Hello everyone, and thank you for joining another edition of BMS 365 e-learning tips. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you a clear and practical overview of how Visual ERP manages costing, why inconsistencies appear, and what you can do to identify, correct, and prevent them. Let's start with the foundation of reconciliation in Visual. The objective is always to compare the detailed subledger data with the summary data to detect anomalies. For inventory, that means comparing by part. For work in process, comparing by work order. Everything in this process revolves around three key principles: accuracy, consistency, and balance. When these principles drift apart, discrepancies begin to accumulate and affect your financials. Visual stores information on two levels. First, you have detailed transactional data: receipts, issues, labor tickets, shipments, returns, adjustments, and services. Second, you have summarized posted data: journals, inventory balances, work in process balances, and distribution tables. Most costing issues come from the two layers falling out of sync. Month end is your opportunity to bring them back into alignment. Now, let's talk about the most common sources of costing inconsistencies. One major cause is disruptions in transaction sequence, negative inventory, incorrect costing layers, zero quantity with a remaining value, or late issues and receipts added after the work order was closed. These timing mismatches lead to inaccurate costing. There are also issues caused by changes made after transactions exist, such as modifying a product code, changing PO prices after the receipt, or linking receivers to invoices retroactively. And of course, when subledgers are not reconciled regularly, problems compound over time. Finally, Visual can occasionally generate discrepancies such as zero batches or missing distribution records. To solve these issues, Visual provides a set of utilities commonly known as costing tools, located under the admin menu. These are powerful tools that help correct costing and transaction inconsistencies, and they must always be used with caution. Testing in a sandbox before applying anything to production is essential. Within the costing tools, the main screen allows you to compare transaction values with posted journal values. From here, you can identify exceptions, set transactions as posting candidates, and prepare journals. Once flagged, Visual re-evaluates those transactions during the next costing utilities run, or you can just prepare the journals from the same costing tools screen. The file menu includes reports that provide visibility into potential issues. The cost distribution analysis report compares in and out costs. The PO accrual analysis report highlights mismatches between receiver and invoice amounts. The journal preparation analysis report shows exceptions and lets you flag them easily. The options menu includes some of the most important fixes. Recalculate distributions evaluates receipts and related issues and flags discrepancies. Force FIFO rebuilds FIFO links. These sections should always be run one part at a time, with a specific start date. You also have tools to recalculate standard costs, work in process balances, and inventory balances. These help rebuild summary tables without affecting journals, but they must be used intentionally and cautiously. There are also a few important guidelines to keep in mind. 1. Never run fixes directly in production without testing. 2. Don't run fixes for all records unless specifically instructed. 3. Always set a proper starting date when recalculating distributions. And last but not least, avoid using general journal entries as a shortcut to force the general ledger to match. They may fix the GL temporarily, but create long-term inconsistencies in your subledgers. Prevention is just as important as correction. Establish a solid month-end checklist. Enforce proper data entry. Monitor cost trends and address discrepancies as soon as they appear. Running mini-month ends or periodic BMS inventory app audits helps you identify issues early. If you need help improving your month-end process, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching, and help us by clicking on the subscribe button so we can keep helping other visual users like you.